Hello all loonies and normals, I'm Joe Silver, this is my channel. Alright guys, again with this week we're going to be talking about two more video games. This week we're going to start with Melody's Escape. It's a side-scrolling rhythm game, you know the type: Guitar Hero, Magic Piano, Bust a Move. I'm sure we've all played them before, but this one is slightly different. Instead of it giving you a list of songs and saying, right, well this is the songs you're going to play, it lets you pick your own. Any music file you have on your system you can use in the game. And I've done a whole variety of songs. Missoula, Crash, Matt Willis Crash. The list could go on. I could give you a whole list, but I haven't got it on me off the top of my head. But the point is, any song you want, I've done the songs off my system, and you can do the ones off yours. Basically what happens is she starts walking, and then as she's going along she either walks, runs or flies, believe it or not, depending on the tempo and the energy of the music, depending how it deals with it. And it's really funny, and you just have to push up, down, left, right in time to the music, get it to, you know, at the right time on the music. And it's a really cool game. In fact, last night I actually managed to 5 hearts, because hearts are the equivalent of stars. They don't say, you know, a number of stars, they say a number of hearts. Well, I managed to 5 heart 2 songs last night. Missoula, which most of you may know from Pulp Fiction, or if you played Raving Rabbits, then you'll know it from there as well. Well, I managed to 5 heart that, and the Eels song I Need Some Sleep. Now that was made easy because there was a slightly slower song, although in the Dick Dale one she actually flies, so you know. But honestly, that was amazing, because it's not that easy a game, I'm going to be honest, but I love it. I really do, but it is not that easy. I mean, some of the songs I got put in, I couldn't even 1 heart them, or maybe I could just about 1 heart them, and it was like, you know, this is ridiculous. And the worst song that I tried is, I had the song I Like to Move It, and I tried to do that one. I couldn't even finish it, because I just knew I wasn't getting anywhere near. That is so fast that I was just like trying to really get this button. It's pressed quickly. I could not get anywhere near, so it was like, nope, not doing that one. So, you know, so pick your songs wisely. Maybe Through the Fire and Flame perhaps isn't your best selection. Now on to the second game. The second game is Impossible Creatures. Now this is an older game, and I think it's by Sierra, but it is on Steam. And this is a sort of Age of Empires type game, an RTS, but with a twist. You play as a scientist who create your own creatures. Now these creatures do not have to be creatures in the traditional sense of the animals that we have today. They are the impossible. You can make ligers on there, and we know ligers are real, but you can also make the impossible creatures. For example, as one of the creatures on there says, when you mix a Komodo dragon with a skunk, you'll get a Komodo drunk. I'm sorry, I had to do it that way. That was absolutely hilarious. That's one of the quotes on there. He tells you that you can make a Komodo drunk. Which is absolutely hilarious. So yes, you can have silly combinations. The one I like to do was like make a bullfrog, but it's not a bullfrog, it's a bull mixed with a frog. It's like taking the name literally. Oh dear, you can do that. Honestly, there's all sorts of creatures on there that you can mix together. I have made some really silly combinations, and you have made some really powerful ones. I've even mixed a chameleon with an eagle once, and that was funny because it camouflaged in the air. When it was flying, it was harder to see. It was brilliant. So yeah, this is definitely not a hardcore COD type gaming where everything is taken way too seriously. This is a game that is meant for silliness, for fun, and just downright being daft. And I love this game, I really do, because it gave me a chance to do something just silly and wacky. And to be honest with you, when it comes to games, I love those kind of games where, you know, you are not doing something, you know, normal, shall we say. I like those kind of games where they're a bit wacky, a bit different. See, games like COD I could never get into because they're violent, and I don't like violent games, really violent games in that sense. But even if I didn't have that objection, I wouldn't like COD because people take it way too seriously. And you know, and you get a kill on COD, and they start shouting down the mic at you, "F you, F this," and blah 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 blah. And it's like, don't need all that hassle. It's just a game. But I wouldn't play COD because of how violent it is anyway. But you know, but Impossible Creatures, that's different. That's, yes, it's like Age of Empires. It's a fighting game. You build these units to fight, and I get that. I mean, you know, but it is really silly because you can go in and you can make an army of the silliest creatures you've ever come across. You really can. You could put a really massive whale with a really tiny creature, you know, and it still works. And it's like, the size difference, that is just ridiculous. I mean, they've even got sperm whales on there, and yes, ha ha ha, we know people will try and make funny animals with the name sperm in, but they generally don't allow you with the auto names that come up when they mix it, so you'd have to type it in yourself, but I'm sure some people have done. But honestly, I think it is absolutely amazing, the game, honestly, I really do. And you know, I've noticed something about my vlogs though, that I tend to tell you about what the games are about and then stop there. So to remedy that, let me tell you why I like playing Melodies Escape, because I didn't really do that. I like it because normally I'm not very good at the whole rhythm games. I've tried Guitar Hero and did terrible. I have tried things like Magic Piano as well, I think. Again, I didn't really do that good. I generally don't with rhythm games because it's I don't really have the coordination and the ability to push the buttons in time to the music. I sometimes find myself getting way off, but with Melodies Escape I found a little bit easier to do it, but I'm still not saying that the game is easy. The game is hard. The game is really hard depending on what type of music you put in. But I will say this, it is still worth it, because when you manage a 5-hearted thing, it is amazing. Now, I have never yet full comboed a song that is hit perfect every time. I've never yet done that. Even though it was like 5-hearted, I didn't full combo. I missed 7 on both of them. So yes, I have never done that, and maybe someday I will, but not anytime soon, because it is not that easy, because you have to hit it on perfect every time, and that's not happening. I have seen the computer of full combo because you can autoplay, but I mean, that's the computer, is bound to do it. But with me, that's not happening. And the same with Impossible Creatures. I love the game, as I told you, because it is crazy, it is funny. You can make these ridiculous creatures that could no way in heck exist in real life. In fact, I even wrote a story called The Island of Impossible Creatures because I had played that game. It was about a scientist who found an island where creatures like this existed. They had mermaids, they had chameleon with eagle's wings. They had these creatures that could not possibly exist in real life, unicorns, whatever. I can't remember the exact details. I just know that it had all these different impossible creatures that could not exist in real life on this island, and that was the premise. And he went back, he went to this island and he discovered these creatures. Couldn't believe it, you know, and so on. It was brilliant. But that was because I was playing this game and I liked this game, and I thought, you know what, that is absolutely amazing. So I wrote this story. Maybe you could call it fan fiction, but I just thought it was a great game and I really did love it. Because the thing is, I've played Age of Empires, and that's cool. You build your houses, you build your, you know, and you build up your army, and you go kick the backside of the other people, and that's fine. But with me, it was like, yeah, okay, that's all right. But with the Impossible Creatures, it just added that extra little element, that silliness, that made it just that little bit worthwhile, because you go in and you really do have some fun. You really do. Anyway, I've bored you long enough, so goodbye all loonies and normals. If you liked it, hit that punch button, or rather hit the like button. I'm getting mixed up with another outro from another YouTuber. I do apologise. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment telling me just how much you did like this vlog, and I will see you guys next time.